Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Lords of Waterdeep. Lords of Waterdeep is a game designed by Rodney Thompson and Peter Lee, published by Wizards of the Coast because it's a Dungeons and Dragons theme. Plays 2 to 5 players or 2 to 6 players if you have the expansion in, I don't know, we just played a 6-player game and it took less than an hour, which is pretty cool. So, what you're doing in this is you are taking on a Lord of Waterdeep and you're sending out agents to the town to accomplish missions. You're going to need to recruit like soldiers, which will be warriors, clerics, rogues, and mages maybe. I'm not sure. I always forget that. 4 different color cubes. And then you're going to be turning in those cubes to complete missions to score points. Well, quests to score points. Worker placement, go to a spot, do the thing. Sometimes people can throw some little nastiness on you. You know, you are in Dungeons and Dragons, and Waterdeep can be a rough place. So, that's it. Go to a place, do the thing, collect cubes, turn them in, score points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner. So, that's enough talking about it. Let's go on the table. Check it out.
Come on, play the game.
Alright, so here's the game of Lords of Waterdeep with the Scoundrels of Skullport expansion, all set up for 2 players. So to set up, you're going to put the board out in the middle of the table. Going to mix all the quest cards together, all the intrigue cards together, put them on the appropriate decks, shuffle all the buildings, put that on the building stack, flip 3, and put 3 point gems on them. Put the lieutenant and the ambassador, I think, there. Flip 4 quest cards. Since we're using the expansion, we're also going to have Undermountain, Skullport, which are more worker placement places, and the Corruption, which will be directly related to actions taken at Skullport. And there'll be quest and intrigue cards to let you manipulate that as well. Then, in a 2-player game in the expansion, we're going to get 5 agents. The 6th agent will go over there on the board. We'll unlock that later. We'll get 2 active quests, which I don't know how well you can see that. It takes up a lot of space. First player will get $4, and this, which we've done here. And second player will get 4 money. And we get 2 entry cards. We each have a different lord, which will be extra points at the end of the game. This one is, at the end of the game, you score 5 points for each quest completed worth at least 10 points. And this player gets to pick a type. They have types at the top, like warfare, skullduggery. And then all of that type will be 6 points. And they have 2 commerce right now, which is really good for them. All right, so this is a worker placement game. You're going to take one of your workers here, and you're going to put them at a spot and do the thing. What we're trying to do is we're trying to collect cubes, also known as warriors, rogues, clerics, and mages, I think, but they're just colored cubes. So we can send them out to fulfill these missions so we can get points, money, all that kind of good stuff, maybe some special powers. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This player's first. I think what I'm going to do, just get started, I'm going to go here. That'll give me 2 warriors, which I believe is orange cube, or fighters. Warriors or fighters. They go in your tavern. And it also gives me 2 rogues, or thieves. I think they're thieves. But I have to take a corruption. Now, corruption, if you can't get rid of it at the end of the game, is going to be worth negative points based on whichever one of these spaces is the greatest and emptiest. So right now, everything's 1. If this will clear out, they'd all be worth negative 2. So as this goes on, yes, you're going to get use of good actions, but you're going to start getting negative points. And because I have that, I'm going to go ahead and complete this quest. I need 2 orange cubes, 2 black cubes, which I have. And I also have to spend $4. I'm not sure the denomination of money, so I'm just going to call it bucks. And I get 6 points up here. And whenever I buy a building, I score 4 points. This is a plot quest. Now, normally these will go off to the side here where it says completed plot quest, but just for sake of room, I'm going to just put it up here at the top so I know that I've done it. When you complete a quest, they'll go face down on the completed quest section there. And that's my turn. Now it's this player's turn. They need a whole pile of fighters. So, let's see here. I think, what are their cards? Yeah, that's fine. They're going to go here. And I'll explain this. I want to show you this place anyway, so I'm going to go here. When you go here, you get to play an Intrigue card. We started with 2 Intrigue cards, and I'm going to play this one. Take 2 warriors from the supply and place them in your tavern. Each opponent can choose to give you an orange to score 3 points. The opponent doesn't have any. That's fine. I just played it, used it to play to get the orange cubes. Done. Back to yellow. Yellow is going to get some cash money, I think. I'm going to go over here. $4. All right, easy turn. Back to blue. Blue still needs a whole pile of orange. So we'll just go here, keep collecting the orange. 2 orange. They still need a whole pile more, but we'll get there. All right, back to yellow. Yellow needs a lot of money. How do I get money? I don't want to take another skull. Now let's go here. I'm going to take another quest. You can have 3 active quests. So I have 1. So I get $2 for going to that space. Bucks, I should say. And then I get to take any of these face-up quests. And I already have a complicated one. But there's commerce. There is no commerce, so I'll just take this one. And then it just goes over here and off to the side of your tavern to be completed. Takes 1 of each of every color cube. And it's going to give me a nice reward if I have extra black cubes, which is cool. Then when you refill this immediately, and there you go. Back to blue. I think blue wants to get in on the game over here. So they're going to go here. Take 2 more oranges. Remember, they need a bunch. And they're going to have to take a skull. That's fine. Both players have 1 skull, so netting the same thing. Back to yellow. Yellow would like to build a building, I think, because I have a plot quest that whenever I build a building, I score 4 points. So let's do it. Let's do... I'm going to do... How much money do I have? 6. Let's do this one. So I'll go here. I get to choose a building. So I'm going to buy this building. You're going to discard 1 non-mandatory quest when you go here and get an orange, black, and any color cube that you want. And because I built that building, it had extra points. This is worth 1 point at the end of the game. And I mark it with my marker so we know that it's mine. Then, whenever someone else goes here, I get the reward at the bottom and the other person gets to use this. If I go here, I don't get the reward. And because I built a building, my plot quest says I get 4 points. All right, sweet. Let's lay that down since I've been laying all the other ones down. All right, back to blue. And blue, how many more oranges do they need? 5, 6. They need 3 more. So let's do this. They're going to go here and use my building. They're going to discard this quest because they're not even working on it at all. So they'll discard that. And then they will take an orange, a black, and another orange. So 2 oranges and a black. That gives them 8 orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They need 9 and 2 blacks. All right, there we go. And then I get a cube of whatever I want, and I will take a black cube because that's my reward for them going to my building. All right, back to yellow. And I didn't pay for that building. I always do that. I never pay for stuff. 2, 4, 6. All right, there. Paid for the building. All right, now, what are my Intrigue cards? Are there anything good? Nah. All right, I'm going to go here. Yeah, I'll go here. Take 2 black cubes. Done. Back to blue. Blue is going to... What do they need? They need a black and another orange. So they're going to go here. That will give them a black and an orange. And that should be 2 black and 9 orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's what we need. They're going to complete this quest here with a whole pile of people. And they're going to get 25 points. So that goes face down, 25 points. So they're now screaming out into the lead. All right, and that's that. And that is the end of the round. All right, so a couple things happen at the end of the round. First, we're going to resolve Waterdeep Harbor. This is basically like a pass, kind of, to be able to take an action later. So since this player went here, if they would go first, then 2, then 3. So they can go another place that they would want and do something. So let's see. They want to get that quest. I think I want to go up here. So they're going to take a quest and an intrigue. They'll get a new intrigue card, and they're going to take this quest. And this will go face up into their open quest, active quest. Get a new one. And now we're done with the round. Now, what happens now is you take back all of your agents. The workers are actually called agents, in case you care about the theme. I do not, but in case you do. First player doesn't move unless somebody goes to this space right there that has the first player marker on it. And now we're going to get another. This would have refilled immediately, but now we're going to put more money on these, the ones that didn't get taken, and the new one to make them more exciting. And then yellow player will keep going. It's their turn again. So they're going to just keep doing all that. Now, a couple spaces I didn't talk about. There's only 2 places where you can play intrigue cards, and that's here and this one up here in the entry well. And this quest space over here will let you sweep them all and take one. This gives you a white cube, purple cube, and I went to both of those. You saw the harbor, you saw the money. I showed this one and this one. This one's going to give you a quest, an intrigue, 5 money, and a skull. And this one will just give you 2 intrigue cards. So it's just basic worker placement spaces, but they're all really cool and really important. Now, once we get to round 5 here, each player will get another worker. Then we'll play through 3 more rounds, and at the end of after that, the game is over. At the end of the game, you're going to add up all of these that you have in front of you. Every 2 money is a point. Every cube that you have on your board is a point. And your score your lord to get points. And then you're going to look at the corruption here, and you're going to lose points based on how many you have. So if this was looking like this, every skull that everybody had would be worth -4 points. So that can really mess you up. I was playing a game, and I think we got it up to -8 or something, and I had a whole pile, and I lost like 60 points. It was bad. So they're cool actions, but they're hard to get rid of, so you want to only use them when you need to. And that is how you play Lords of Waterdeep. Let's go to the top. See what you think about it.
What do you think, son? What do you think?
All right, well, that was Lords of Waterdeep with the Scoundrels of Skullport expansion. That's a whole lot of stuff to say. I probably said it wrong once or twice, so that, whatever. Lords of Waterdeep with the expansion. This Lords of Waterdeep is a pretty popular game. It's in the top 100 in BoardGameGeek.com, which is a website that houses tons of stuff with board games. It's all board gaming all the time. And it's a great game to start playing if you want to get into more complicated hobby games. It doesn't have the most appealing of themes, but if you're into Dungeons and Dragons, you might appeal to you. The artwork is not good. I'm not going to pull it out. You saw all the components during the playthrough. It's basically just cards, cards. These cool skulls if you're using the expansion, the workers or agents, and cubes. That's it. It's not great art. It's definitely not a looker, but the gameplay is fantastic. The rule books are great. The basic rule book, well, the expansion has some like quick setup in the back here, which is pretty cool. And the main rule book has how to get started, what you need to set up, in-game points, what you do on a turn in the back right there, which is awesome. It's all laid out with all the explanation of the buildings inside here too, which is great, what all the spaces do, in case you didn't understand the iconography. But having this on the back, I love that. More places need to do that. Quit putting a picture on the back, put something useful on the back. This is a fantastic game. I'm not going to belabor this review a ton. Lords of Waterdeep has been out for over 10 years. It's a fantastic game. One of the earliest games we had in our collection. I'm not big into D&D, but this is basically D&D and theme only, I think. Doesn't feel like you're playing D&D. It feels like you're playing a worker placement game, collecting cubes and turning them in for stuff. So those are the games that I like. So I'm going to give this a BGM Accept the Seal. This is going to get a 9 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4.5 out of 5 wrenches. On an arbitrary wrench scale, that means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So that is Lords of Waterdeep from Wizards of the Coast. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.